Hey everybody, welcome to a bonus draft on the Leek. I'm John as always, and we're drafting Rivals of Ixalan. Now, we're drafting Chaos Draft, one of my favorite draft formats ever. And luckily it's a pack that I know right away, so I don't have to read every single card here. I'm tempted to take Alondra the Desk Rose. All we got to do is get Lifelink, which isn't... Or sorry, Lifelink? When does she get... No, just when creatures die, she gets +1/+1. So Alondra is actually pretty decent. Tribal stuff we want to avoid a little bit. City's Blessing, I don't know that we're really going to get that. So I'm pretty happy to take Alenda here, the Dusk Rose. So Chaos Draft is one of my favorite draft formats. I don't like on Arena when they do, you know, Rivals of Ixalan, except you can play 2 lands. Where they take a draft format that was designed to be drafted a certain way and they do a little change. I don't like that because it usually just makes for a worse draft. But when you destroy the way of drafting by just doing 36 or 24 random packs, I'm actually pretty okay with that. Kind of like how I like Momir, how it's just a complete destruction of how you normally play Magic. Yeah, we'll take Alenda here. So this is around for at least a couple of weeks. It's around to like almost the end of February, I think. It involves all of the Masters packs, which is nifty. And a whole lot of white-bordered core set. You have Shroud. I don't care. Thieving Magpie. Flying. Deals damage. So, Flying Ophidian for 4. That's not the worst thing in the world. Deals 1 damage target attacking your blocking creature. That's not awful, depending on the amount of X1s. Festering Goblin's also not the worst. There's just a Stormcrow for the memes, I suppose. Tree Monkey. Aren't all monkeys tree monkeys? Maybe not all. Trained Armadon. I remember that art. That art has a formative impact in my mind. I must have had several of these cards when I was young. Boy, I think I might just be on like the Festering Goblin or the Crossbow Infantry. These are bad sets. Core sets were very weak. Thieving Magpie is the best card for sure. But something that I find, and I'm actually going to take the Crossbow Infantry here at the last second, something that I find with Chaos Drafts is getting into a lane ASAP pays off. Getting into a lane ASAP will pay off. What do we got here? Modern Masters 1, if I remember my logos correctly. We've got Ivory Giant, which is fine. It's a 3/4 for 7, which you don't want to pay. But you can suspend it on turn 1, and when it ETBs, all non-white creatures tap. And as long as you're very, very, very white, that's a whole lot of creatures that are going to get through. There's a Kadama's Reach, which is great for some fixing. 3/1, can't block. Prowl, which will probably never trigger if you dealt damage, so it's cheaper if you dealt damage with a Goblin or a Rogue. Whenever a Goblin or Rogue deals combat damage to a player, if it's in your graveyard, you can put it back into your hand. She's not great. I think I just want the Ivory Giant here. So yeah, let's take the Ivory Giant. And we're going to consider it to be a 1-drop. What's this set? 10th? Sorry, not 10th. Or no, X is 10. M10 is M10. Looter is very good. It's not in our colors. Our colors are Mind Drop meh, Demystify meh, Venerable Monk is a Grey Ogre that gains me 2 life. Very meh. Aven Fisher's okay. Looter's the best card here by a pretty big mile. The largest of miles. What's Highway Robber? 2/2 for 4. ETBs drain 2. If this flew, this card would be really good. It would be a Grasping Thrall, basically. You know what? This card's not the worst card I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to take it. Might get cut, but we'll take it. Death's Hand Buzzard. When it dies, all creatures get -1/-1. Any number of target players each gain life equal to the highest CMC among... No. Clutch of Undeath. 5 mana. It's +3/+3 if it's a zombie. Otherwise, it's -3/-3. So extraordinarily expensive, very weak removal. Yikes. Scornful Egoist, the Egotist, the worst card to hit in Momir. Not the worst, actually. There are Worse things than an 8-mana 1/1. Frozen Solid's not bad. I feel like blue might even be open here. I'm going to take Frozen Solid just in case blue actually happens to be open. We saw a Looter. We saw the Thieving Magpie. ETBs tapped. ETBs sack it unless you control return a mountain. Taps for a colorless in a mountain. Interesting. Target opponent reveals their hand. So it's just Thoughtseize. When the enchanted creature dies, it controls loses life equal to power. No. First strike for 1 mana. Hope Charm's not the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Target creature can't block this turn. That's not bad. That ain't not bad. Parapat has flash. Yeah, let's take a Jamuran Lion. This draft's going to be a thing. Hey, Phyrexian Rager. This is Blade Juggler, but we don't have to spectacle it. This is the card that I've been referencing a lot when I've been saying what Blade Juggler is. Yeah, it's just very good. It's just very, very, very good. Honestly, probably should not be here. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh pick. Probably shouldn't be their 7th pick. We've got a Loxodon Partisan, which is a little bit expensive, but Battlecry is a good ability. Dross Ripper, a 3/3 with expensive Shroud. Yeah, I'll take a Rager all day, every day. Baron Moore is fine. We've got an Arrogant Worm. Good Canadian comedy band. Renewed Faith. Oh, I know what that card is. I just don't know that art with Tom Cruise looking guy there. Rescind. Very expensive. Very hard to cast Bounce, but you can cycle it. Owl Familiar. ETB's Loot. Yeah, I'll take a Baron Moore all day, every day. We're back here, eh? Well, we're never going to see a pirate again, and we're also never going to see Legion Conquistadors again. So I don't really care about either of those cards. I don't think we'll play a Gleaming Barrier, and I don't think we're going to splash for a Jungle Creeper. So I guess we'll take the sideboard Gleaming Barrier. Festering Goblin came back. That's fine. I will accept that card. I think we're basically going to try to go like low curve, black-white, weenie kind of thing. And hope it works. We'll see. We'll see. But I do think it's interesting. With so many core sets in this Chaos Draft, there's a lot of low power stuff. And then there's also all the Masters sets. So, we'll see. We'll see. Don't think we're going to play that Frozen Solid based on what I'm seeing right now. So we just got to get counters on her. Getting a sack outlet would be kind of nice. Auntie's Snitch might make the deck. May or may not. I mean, we have a Goblin already to try to get the Prowl cost here. For the Prowl cost, this is fine. For regular cost, it's less fine. Mind Rot. I think we probably play a Mind Rot in Chaos Draft. It's probably going to be a slightly slowish format. I'll hopefully get a Demystify at some point. I feel like we've already seen 2. Because it's in every single core set. And many of the M10 style core sets. Death's Hand Buzzard, probably fine. Hits a lot of our creatures. So we'll have to see about that. But we have a plan. We have a plan. Might not be a good plan, but we have one. Just gonna have to see if the rest of the packs kind of bear out that plan or not. I'd like to get a lot more 2-drops too. We're loading up on 3s, but even 3s aren't a huge deal. Urborg Mindsucker. 3 mana, 2/2. Sack it, pay a black. Target opponent discards a card at random. Yeah, we took it. I don't know that we'll play it. It's a Grey Ogre. effect. Grey Ogre with half a Mind Rot. It's not the worst thing in the world. This pack, though, is somewhat close to the worst thing in the world. We get a Scholar of Athreos, I think. Although, honestly, I think it may come back around. Now, this is cool because it's a win condition in and of itself. It's a very slow win condition, but it's a win condition in and of itself. The question is, do we want to take a Hopeful Eidolon or a Return Centaur over it? I think we could actually reasonably take the Hopeful Eidolon. It's relatively powerful. Bestow is a very good mechanic. I'd prefer the Death Touch one, but this is our one chance at a Theros pack, and we got the Lifelink one. So because I think Scholar will come back, I think I'm going to take the Hopeful here. We're just really far away from splashing anything else here. And Return Centaur is just very mediocre, so I'm going to take the Hopeful Eidolon. We'll pretend that it's a 4-drop, because we'd prefer to be bestowing it. Kozilek. That goes in our weenie deck, right? What do we got here? We got a Wandering Champion. This is what, Ultimate Masters? Wandering Champion is just a 3/1 for 2. God's Willing is actually very decent. So we could actually Apprentice Necromancer in response to this trigger and get a Kozilek back for a turn. I don't think we're going to get both of these back around. Maybe no one takes Kozilek. Theoretically, nobody should. 10 mana is not an amount that is easy. I think we might actually take the Necromancer here. So Slum Reaper, Fume Spitter's fine. God's Willing's good. Grave Scrabbler, you kind of need to discard that. So I'm going to take the Apprentice Necromancer. And if Kozilek comes back, I mean, we still have to get it into the graveyard somehow, but we'll see. Nantuko Shade's fine. It's fine. 1 mana Shade ability. Very, very, very good. We got Arrogant Worm again. Grave Gouger in a Grey Ogre. ETBs, I can exile 2 cards from a graveyard. It's a Grey Ogre. It doesn't do anything. Spirit Flare. Tap target untapped creature you control. If you do, it deals damage equal to its power to target attacking or blocking creature an opponent controls. Ooh. So it's a one-sided fight, but only in combat. And I have to tap the creature. And it's got flashback. That's not bad. I do like the Shade more, but that's not awful. 1/4, gain 4, Cabal Ritual, no. Yeah, we're going to take the Nantuko Shade here. And we're going to just keep going on. Low curve kind of creature plan. Knightly Valor, great card. We all know that. It was in M19? Dominaria? It was in some set recently last year, and it is totally fine. This is the first set it was in, where people said, it's an aura, it's bad. And then realized that no, it was not bad. There's also nothing else here. Destroy the Evidence is awful. Golgari Longlegs is not great. That's all we've got. Street Sweeper is not very good. So yeah, we'll take Knightly Valor here. Hopefully that being sort of our only 5-drop is the plan. Razortooth Rats is just going to be a win condition against some decks. If they don't have an artifact creature or a black creature, it's just an unblockable 2/1, which I'll take that anytime. We've got a Grey Ogre that gains us 2 life. We've got a 2 mana 1/1 flyer. I'm pretty happy with Razortooth Rats here. I do believe Plague Beetle, 1/1, not very good. Dingus Egg, whenever land is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, which is not going to happen. Deals 2 damage to an opponent. Wall of Spears, 2/3 first strike defender. It's not the most worst wall ever, but it's not great. We'll take the Rats. We've got 4 mana Exalted Enchantment. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, you may tap target creature. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. We could go wide, and if we get Benediction, we get Exalted plus tap. Maybe that's still bad. Zombie Goliath, not what I want. Show of Valor, not what I want. Dark Favor. I don't hate Dark Favor. It's cheap enough. It's cheap enough that I don't hate it. And I just don't think we're attacking alone with our creatures just to get 1 Exalted trigger and tap. So I'm actually going to take this Aura here. playing the kind of Magic that I hate. Right. I remembered that this sliver was very good because it's Banisher Priest as a sliver, but it's 6 mana. It is 6 mana. And I don't know if we want to play 6 mana. I'm tempted by the Accursed Spirit. This card, kind of like the Razortooth Rats, will just get through in a lot of situations. Eternal Thirst, I remember this card being annoying, but why? It's got lifelink. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, it gets a counter. Why do I remember that card being annoying? I don't feel like it should be that annoying. I think I'm taking the Accursed Spirit here. 2/2 has Vigilance. Yeah, let's take the Accursed Spirit. Here, we get nothing. What set is this? Oh, is this like Eternal Masters? It's got Guildgate in it. We could take a Guildgate in case of splashing, but I mean, if we're going to take a Guildgate, why not take the Crumbling Necropolis instead? We'll take the Crumbling Necropolis in case of splashing blue or red. We're still not going to splash Frozen Solid, though, not with double pip in it, but let's take the Necropolis. The Scholar didn't come back. The Centaur did, and we're not playing the Centaur. We're not playing the Centaur, although it gets a creature in there for Apprentice Necromancer, but there's nothing that we're desperately like trying to cheat back. We'll just happily bring back like an Intimidate creature to get in some damage or something at some point. So I'll take the Return Centaur, but I mean, maybe I just take the Bronze Sable. Maybe we just want to be really low curve aggro. Let's take the Bronze Sable. It's not a good card, but that's Chaos Draft. Your decks will typically look... It's not Cube. Your decks will typically look not the best in Chaos Draft. So Grave Scrabbler, you have to discard it to cast it for cheap. And if you do... Right, if you do, it's a really good Gravedigger. If you don't, it's an awful 2/2 for 4 mana. Slum Reaper, I think I like the God's Willing more. Yeah, let's take God's Willing. So unfortunately, we are a very black deck, which doesn't work with the Ivory Giant, because it does tap all non-white creatures, yours and your opponent's. So we'll see where we end up. We still have a whole pack, and we've almost got a deck. It doesn't look good, but we've almost got a deck, we'll say. I see somebody else with the Platinum Empyrean avatar here, which I believe you can only get from having done the Magic Online Judge Open. So perhaps we're passing to a judge here. Or they bought the avatar. Because you could also just sell the avatar. We got Grave Gouger, which is just a Grey Ogre, and I think we're going to be able to do better than just a Grey Ogre. We're going to need some sort of power at some point here, because we're currently very not getting it. I guess the Kozilek didn't come back around. I don't remember what we took from that pack. What did we take from the Ultimate Masters pack? We took the God's Willing. Plague Beetle or Monk, neither are great. I mean, Plague Beetle would wear the Dark Favor very well, but I don't think we're going to play it. I think many things would wear the Dark Favor decently well. It's going to be a weak deck, and we'll see how it goes. Angelic Benediction, I thought about taking it. It came back. I don't think we're actually going to play it. Getting one instance of Exalted, because we probably won't see Exalted again. It's only in one other set, I believe. So it's not like we're going to have multiple instances of Exalted going off. Basically, for attacking alone, I'd get a creature that gets +1/+1 and taps a creature. No, not very good. Not good enough. And a mountain. And a mountain. Alright, pack 3. Everybody make your picks, nice and quick. You've got probably a basic land left. Come on. I guess there's people still having 2 or 3 picks left over there at the other side of the table. Man, I don't even know what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for some sort of like big demon It's going to give me like Lord of the Pit or something instead, isn't it? Please don't give me Grizzlebrand. I don't think I could cast that reasonably. Banefire. Like, we can't not. we just found our win condition. We put 3 mountains in our deck and we win. The only white card in the pack is bad. The 2 black cards actually... I mean, we can't not take the Banefire, but Bloodthrone Vampire with a Lunda? Oofa. Oofa. Bloodthrone Vampire. Please come back to me. Please come back. But we got to take Banefire. It's just way too good. Way too good. Which means we will play this Crumbling Necropolis as well. Ooh. Mirrodin. Darksteel. Mirrodin, I think. 4-1 for 5. Don't like it. +1/+0 for each artifact. Don't like it. Return it to your graveyard. Return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sack a creature. Don't like it. Regenerate a creature. Don't like it. Puts from their hand. Target opponent puts a card from their... Don't like it. 1/1. Don't like it. Blinding Beam. I remember this card being okay. Tap 2 target creatures. Yeah, Blinding Beam's fine. The artifacts that we got here are mediocre. Mediocre. Oh, hey, Leadenmere. That's just ramp. That's just a 2-mana mana dork in our colors, as is there a Goldmere. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to take a Leadenmere. Maybe we get Blinding Beam back. Maybe we get Goldmere back. But let's take Leadenmere. SWAT. Destroy target creature with power 2 or less? No. Sick and Tired. 3 mana, 2 target creature gets -1/-1. No. 3 mana, when an opponent casts a creature spell, if Opal Champion is an enchantment, becomes a 3/3 knight creature with first strike. So it's a 3/3. It's a 3/3 first strike knight, almost guaranteed for 3. Seems fine. Phyrexian Reclamation, a single black mana, 1 and a black, pay 2 life, return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Not awful. All permanents are colorless. Oh, Tragic Poet was a reprint? With Quentin Hoover art? Huh. Yeah, I actually don't hate Opal Champion here. I don't think this card's bad. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's bad. Sadistic Augur Mage. 3/1. When it dies, each player puts a card from their hand on top of their library. Don't care about that effect. 3/3 Swamp Walk. Like it. I don't hate that. I don't hate that against some number of decks. That's just an easy win. Creatures you control have vigilance as long as this is enchanted. Nope. Regenerate target creature. At this turn's next end of combat, destroy all creatures that blocked or blocked. For 4 mana, no. There is just a Signet. There is just a Signet. I think we just have to take the Signet here. Signet, in you go. Ivory Giant, goodbye. Not enough white creatures. Bloodhunter Bat, love it. It's like a Grasping Thrall. It's just missing a power and a toughness, but it's 1 cheaper. Urgrader's not as big a fan. Hey, this is Masters 25. I liked this set. I liked this set a fair bit. Squadron Hawk, no. Urbis Protector is expensive. Very, very, very much so. I'm just on a Bloodhunter Bat here, I think. And we'll cut probably just the Highway Robber. Exactly as I was saying. If this creature had flying, it would be better. Surprise! We got exactly that creature, but with flying. And it's easier to cast. Is there anything like even worse? Because, I mean, having 2 things, 2 4-drops that drain 4 life total? Maybe we keep both of those in. Nemesis Trap. If a white creature is attacking. 6 mana. 6 mana to kill an attacking creature, and I get a copy of it, but it goes away? No? 1/1 for 2 that can't block. Allies, nope. 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 Nothing good here. Nothing good. We'll take this card. Blind Zealot, 2/2 Intimidate, like it. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you can sack it. If you do, destroy target creature that player controls. Love it. Love it. Super good. Super good. We got a Toxic Nim, which is way too expensive. Do Respect. Permanent center of the battlefield. Tap this turn, draw a card. Meh. Pretty happy with this Blind Zealot, and I think we'll cut the Death's Head Buzzard. It kills too much of our stuff, and we don't know that it's going to kill a lot of their stuff. Auk. 4/4. Can't attack unless creature with greater power also attack. Weird. 2/2 Swamp Walk. Is 2/2 Swamp Walk better than 2/1 Fear? So 2/2 Swamp... We're not taking anything else here, right? Looming Shade. I mean, Looming Shade's not awful. 1/1 Flyer. I'm going to take the Bog Raiders, and we have an interesting... oh, it came back. It came back. We have an interesting thing here where if we're against a black deck, we take out Razortooth Rats and we put in Bog Raiders. And if we're not against a black deck, we leave in Razortooth Rats and don't put in Bog Raiders. The trick is, which one do we bring in, or do we even have one to start? I think we actually don't have one to start because we definitely want to play this Bloodthrone Vampire with Elenda. Nothing else going... Oh, we got the Blinding Beam back. We did get the Blinding Beam back. And I think we can cut a crummy creature for that. A crummy creature such as Anti-Snitch. Or a crummy spell such as Mind Rot. I think Mind Rot's probably fine here. I think maybe Crossbow Infantry is more sideboardy. And we'll bring in Blinding Beam. We're not going to play... Let's bring in Sick and Tired for the side. Let's bring in Sewer Dreg for the side. If we're against black creatures, we'll bring in Uruk Raiders. We'll bring in Bojuka Brigand. And we'll bring in whatever this last card is. We got a deck, and we maybe just win... Oh, we need one more cut. Never mind. We maybe just win off of a Banefire. Because this card's nutty. So we do need one cut. We need Uno Cutto. So Apprentice Necromancer I really like with the Bat and the Robber. Mind Sucker is probably not good enough. I think we can cut Mind Sucker here. And there we go. Now we've got 25 minus 2, 23 cards. We're going to add some lands. We're going to add 4 white sources? Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You want me to play 4 white sources for 7 white cards? I've got some questions. Magic Online. Black cards. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we do have, I mean, we do have a lot more black, but come on, Magic Online. 7, 10, 16, 17, 18. So this would be 6, 7, 8. That would be 8 black sources, 6 white, and we don't need that. 9 black, 6 white, 3 red. Because we need to hit the red, because we need Banefire to end the game. So 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 to 6. Do we want to go 10 to 5? No, we don't want 5 white sources. Let's go with this. It's not the best mana base. It's not the best mana base at all. But maybe we'll just get there. Let's go to round 1 and not die. The nice thing about these Phantom events is that it's 10 play points, or sorry, 100 play points to get in, $10. If you 2-1, you get 100 play points back. You get your entry fee back. If you 0-3, if you lose all 3 rounds, I think you still get 10 points back. So you still get $1 back. So this costs $9 if you completely scrub out. I think they're really well priced for the fun factor that they have. Sure, you don't get to keep the cards, but I don't care. What would we have gained here? A cent? We're going to play first. We're certainly going to attempt to be a little bit aggro-y here. We've got a turn 2 Mirror ramping us into, hopefully, stuff. Let's not flood out. Let's not Flood Out. Turn 3 Mind Rot's not exactly where I want to cast it. Okay, Knightly Valor is an interesting card. Getting it down a turn early is very interesting, in fact. Well, I'm happy to attack in for 1 here. Drop a Necromancer. Pass that turn. Beware my 1/1s. Well, crap. I can't attack into that anymore. Civic Wayfinder, they get to go get themselves a land and put it into their hand. Totally okay card. They go and get a swamp, fixing up their manas there. We have yet another 1/1. I don't think we're gonna win. we have too many 1/1s. We have far too many 1/1s. Boy, I kind of feel like I jammed this on the Necromancer and get in. Let's do it to it. In for 3. 3/3 is better than a 1/1, right? Now we just need to live it for a turn and we can protect it. Boy, we have way more 1/1s than I remember. Ooh. Alright, so we're going to bash on in here for 5. And I feel like they're attempting to make us get got. No? We just get to get in for 3? Cool. Well, let's attempt to Bloodhunter Bat here. Hold up God's Willing. Counterspell? Counterspells aren't the best in Chaos drafts in my experience. Counter it and bring a creature back. Well, that ain't not bad. That ain't not bad. I guess when they're relatively cheap and do other stuff. And they bring it back. Holy moly. We are super getting got here. Super getting got. I guess what we do is we get on in for 1 and we drop a Highway Robber. Or do they fear our 3/3 doing 1 more point of damage? Ah. So we drop the Highway Robber. We take him to 10. We do, at any point in time, have 2 damage. So we got to remember they have a 1 blue-black counterspell, which they're keeping up here. They have a 1 blue-black counterspell. Ooh, Bloodthorn Vampire. A 1 blue-black counterspell. Well, in. I don't care about my ramp anymore. If they want to eat that and take 2, I'm pretty happy with that. Take him to 8. Yeah, I'll take him to 8 all day, every day. And then we'll drop a Bloodthorn Vampire. And a Festering Goblin. And then I'm going to sack the Festering Goblin and kill the Wayfinder, I think. Haha! They're going to counter my Festering Goblin. They countered a 1/1 for 1. Alright, alright. So we got them to 8, and we have 2 damage whenever we want them, so they're at virtually 6. They are at virtual 6. They're going to Forbidden Alchemy. They pitch an island and a forest and keep a 3rd card. They pitch a Sagittar's Volley as well and keep the 4th card. If we can get 1 creature of color off of the battlefield, we also have the ability to make something unblockable. Which, similarly, ain't not bad. ETBs. Sure, get a land. You get a land, friend. So they're going to have to block that Bloodthorn Vampire, or else take a chunk of damage. So we are going to bash in with team. They're going to block the wall, and they're going to block there. Wait, they're taking 3? Sure, take 3. Take 3, my friend. Down to 5. We've got them at virtual 3, bringing back a Bloodhunter bat. So let's mind rot them for maybe value, who knows? Two lands. 2 lands. Is this sorcery speed only? It is not sorcery speed only. Good to know. Play a blue creature. Yeah, play a blue creature. Whelp. Whelp, whelp, whelp. We are going to go with Pro Blue. Return that card to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. Sure. So they saw that we had them dead there. So we could Dark Favor up the Vampire. It would become a 4/2. It would become a 4/2. They're also down to 2 cards. It would become a 4/2. If we sack... Actually, hold up. Bloodhunter Bats deals 4 because it attacks in for 2 as well. They're actually at virtual 1 here. Yeah, we're going to Dark Favor up the Vampire. And are we going to attack into the eel and just lose the creature? I feel like we are. Yeah. Because if we keep them off creatures, they're down to 2 cards. We literally have to do a point of damage to them, bring back a bat, attack with the bat, and they're done. So we're all in top deck mode. Hopefully. I hope they don't have just straight gas in their hand. And I honestly can't believe this deck is apparently doing okay, but it is. So we just need to not flood, which is probably not something I can super ask for. We didn't draw many lands here. Our opponent is at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lands. They only have 4 in their deck. We have 11. At some point, I probably should just bring back the bat and get the 4 damage in. They're going to flash back Forbidden Alchemy, draw some more. Durfa. How can we do that 1 extra? Oh, come on now! So at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player sacks a creature. So I have to bring the bats back at my end step. Protection from artifacts, sure. Sheoldred, yikes. Alright, so bring back Bloodhunter Bats. Drain. Oh, they don't get to come in, right? Sack. Cycle. Oofa doofa. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Find me a mountain. Find me a mountain. They bring back Mr. Skitters. They're going to hit me for 8 here. When it dies, make a 3/3 black Kavu. Sure. Sure. Yikes. Yikes. So they're black, which means we bring in... Or sorry, they have swamps. Are they splashing for Sheoldred? They have swamps, which makes me think that I'm going to bring in the swamp walking Grey Ogre. Mountain, 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 mountain. Alenda. Sure. Man, her having Swamp Walk is gross too. Bring back Stone Fairy. You can't bring back my creatures? Oh, it is just from their graveyard. Oh, well then. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Sure. 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No, we're dead. Oh, this was close. This was really close. Opponent has no clue how close it was. It wasn't actually that close. It was never close. Cool. The deck sort of works. We just have to get there. We just have to get there. So we want Bog Raiders in. Maybe Plague Beetle. Probably not, though. I could probably bring in a Sewer Dreg. Swamp Walk again is fine. Honestly, Destroy the Evidence. If they only have a couple of black lands and they're splashing for Sheoldred, it keeps them off it. I actually don't hate that plan. I don't hate that plan because we super lose to Sheoldred. Auntie's Snitch, not very good. Festering Goblin, not very good. Maybe Sewer Drake just isn't very good. Let's cut that out. Holy moly, I sided in land destruction. Weird stuff happens in Chaos Drafts. Weird stuff happens. We're going to play first. We are going to have an okay starting hand. We've got ourselves a curve. Keep it. Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. We've got a sack outlet with a Lenda. I always think it's a Lendra. I don't know why. Yeah, this is not bad. This is not bad. Man, I hope we draw that land destruction and it's actually relevant. That would be so good. It would be so good. It would be the highlight of the channel. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Opponent with the forest, sure. Another decent 4-drop option. Come on, opponent. Accept the card. Accept the card. So, Opal Champion. Opponent has the option of just never playing a creature and not turning it on, but I don't think that's an actual option that they have. So we're definitely going to go Opal Champion and then probably just straight into a Lenda. We just need our opponent to be here. To be here. Where are ya? Where are ya, Phage? There we go. Opponent with the second land and nothing. We will drop the champion. Counterspell? I guess they're also splashing for the 1 blue-black counterspell. So we saw that along with Sheoldred. I can't remember if we saw anything else black. The flashback of Forbidden Alchemy, I suppose. Also, doesn't really matter if we can play a 4-drop if we just don't have a 4th land, which we did not get there. Cool. Cool. I'll bash in for 1. And I'm not going to mind rot on a 7 hand. Except maybe we just have to spend our mana. I think we just have to spend our mana. This sucks. Land, land. Sure. So you get to go get 2 lands. Are you then going to discard those 2 lands, opponent? An island and a swamp, and they discard. It's pretty funny. pretty sneaky, sis. They discard a forest and an ambassador oak. So they've got only 4 non-land cards in their hand. Cool. Fine by me. Fine by me. Come on, don't you want to take your turn? It's the end step. You could take your turn, opponent. Boy, we need that land. We need that land really bad. Really bad. Really, really bad. We need to get Bloodhead or Bat up. We need to get Alenda down. Need to turn on Blinding Beam with Entwine. Play your swamp, sure. Pass the turn, so you've got yourself a counter spell. You got yourself a little old counter spell. Gonna bash in for 1. And pass the turn. Because there's no point in playing this Hopeful Eidolon, and they've got a counter spell, presumably. They could also have a Forbidden Alchemy, I suppose. Nope. We time walked them. So they're going to play their island. Play your island. Play your island. Our opponent's slow. Our opponent's really, really slow. Alright. Come on. Come on. I know you have it. There it is. There it is. What islands are these? M19, eh? And opponent's just passing the turn. Fine by me. Fine by me. Let's bash on in for 1. Bash on in for 1. Let's give him a spell to counter. Hopeful Eidolon. Enjoy. Counter my 1/1 for 1. Come on. Come on. So what? They're going to get Ambassador Oak back if it's that 1 blue-black counterspell, which gives them sort of a 4/4, but not really, but gives us a 3/3 first strike. Haha, they did not counter it. They didn't do anything. We just continue to time walk our opponent here. Opponent plays a Morphling. Well, that's pretty good. So they can untap it, they can give it flying, they can give it shroud, they can give it +1/-1, they can give it -1/+1. Our 3/3 can attack in without concern. Similarly, our Bloodthrone Vampire could attack in relatively without concern. So I'm going to attack in for an amount of damage that exists. And then I think we're going to play the Mirror, which then gives us access to like Alenda, Bloodhunter Bat. Gives us access to stuff. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Attack with all. So if they block the Vampire, we sack the Eidolon. If they block the champion, they just lose Morphling, or they just bounce off each other because they make it a 2/4. If they block the Eidolon, we sack the Eidolon. And just deal 6 to them. Take them to 10. Fine by me. Fine by me. So we're going to drop... What are we going to drop? What are we going to drop? What are we going to drop? We're going to drop the Mirror so that we can get the Bat online. Relatively certain they do have a counterspell in hand. I don't know why they would have taken so much time off. Our Opal Champion is well suited against this Morphling, though, I will say. Stonefair Crocodile, also well suited against that. Plains, nifty. So they still probably have their counterspell. So we're going to come on in with the Opal Champion. Now, what is that counterspell? Was it counter target creature spell? I need to look that up. I need to look that up. I don't even remember what it was called or what set it was from. It was like counter target something spell. Return creature from graveyard. Let's see if Google can tell me. Interesting. The double block. Well, I'll kill your Death Toucher. Kill the Death Toucher. And then I guess we'll try... What are we gonna... What counter spell are we gonna eat? Or what creature's gonna eat a counter spell? Let's make a Cursed Spirit eat a counter spell. Google was not helpful. Oh yes, it was. Soul Manipulation. Counter target creature spell. Creature spell. So Blinding Beam is alive. There it is. And they brought back the whatchamadoodle. The other dude. Alright, well. We can start flying in the air. Like we just do not care. Sure. You gonna attack me? You probably should. You can't just hang back forever. You're gonna try, though, apparently. So, we are gonna Blood Thunderbat here. Hopefully not walk into another counterspell. Please no, please no, please no, please no, please no. Please no? Please no. Opponent, thank you! Take him to 8. They're on a 4-turn clock in the air. 4-turn clock in the air. In for 3. Don't care. Don't care. I'll go down to 19. Oh, that's Shieldred mana. Skitter Eel. Sure. Doesn't fly. Doesn't fly. Let's bash on in for 2. Gains flying. That's a pile of BS. I forgot what that card did. Boy, they can just give it Shroud in response. It's a whole lot of gross stuff, eh? It's a whole lot of gross stuff. Alright. You got me, opponent. You got me. Welp. We drop a Lenda. And then we drop Necromancer. Another counterspell? No. Drop Necromancer, so we've got another 2 damage whenever we want it. We can also try to tap a good chunk of their board. Cancel. Rude. Rude, I say. Rude, I say. We've got another close game where our opponent's sort of value train is going to just win out here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'll take a whole bunch of damage here. Especially because we can just like Blinding Beam their Elf Warrior. Man, if they have nothing, we actually are somewhat close to a win here. We're actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do we win here? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they have nothing, I think we win. So we're gonna go tap, 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 tap. Entwine. Tap, tap. None of your creatures untap. BT dubs. We're going to give Alenda the +3 so that we get more lifelink. Sack that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we actually don't quite win. No. If they had nothing, we won if we put that on the vampire, actually. They're going to turn to Mist Alenda. Sure. They have no cards left, so we can deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can take them to 3. And then we can deal 3 next turn. So sack the Mirror, get a counter on Alenda. Oh, actually, no, we just win this turn. Sack Alenda. Get the 1/1s. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Haha! Lethal! And they're out of cards. They're out of cards. Attack for 9. Got him! I love Chaos Draft so much. Untap Morphling! BS! 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 I hate Morphling. I hate Morphling so much. Alright, their creatures don't untap at least. Oh, I hate Morphling. They got me so many times. They got me so many times over. I'm sure you all saw that too. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got. We done did got. Are you a 6/6 yet? Are you a 6/6 yet? No, you're not a 6/6 quite yet. Oh, we got several times over. So we just lose now, right? We could block, take 4. Ugh. Is there anything that we can draw? Not to deal 8 damage. No, we lose. We lose. Morphling got me. Was there any way, if we had just eaten the Mirror, she would have been a 3/3 and died. If we ate the Mirror and Alenda, we would have had 2. We would have 3, 2, 4, 6, 7. No, we still wouldn't have done it, even if we had done something differently there. And we were going to draw a Nightly Valor, which was not going to do it. Womp, 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 womp. We were so close. We were so close. The deck actually performs pretty decently. I'm not unhappy with the way our deck performed there. Those were both very, very close games. Yeah, if it wasn't for the 17 billion abilities of Morphling, we actually would have had that game. Holy moly, Morphling. Morphling, Aetherling, all the ings. I don't know if Brightling was that good. I did not play Battle Bond at all. But Morphling, Aetherling, both very, very, very good. Opponent, you clicked join match. Where are you? Alright, we'll find another opponent, I guess. We'll find another opponent. Haven't talked much recently about how my feeling is when you sit down to play a game of Magic online, you sign a social contract that you're going to be there and be attentive. Still applies. Let's hope we find another opponent relatively quickly. There we go, there we go. I still have to record Spiky Saturday, and I'm running out of time in this day. I'm running out of time in life in general. Boy, do I ever need way more time to do everything I want to do. Someone please find me like 3 extra days a week, every week forever. That would be cool. That would be spectacular. If we draw a Swamp, this hand's great. Nantuko Shade into Opal Champion. I would be pretty darn happy about that. Gonna keep. Gonna play that Baron Moor. Oh, nope. We're not playing first. I'm not gonna do a damn thing. Not gonna do a thing. Index, that's not a good card. It's not a good card at all. Newer players will look at this card and they'll say, well, I'm stacking my deck. I'm basically cheating. But it's not good. It costs a card. It costs a turn. We're going to play that land. This Nightly Valor is going to go over here with the cards we're never going to cast. Blue, red. Perhaps they need spells in their graveyard. Keeper of Kukus. 1/1. This red creature gains pro-red. For a red. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Never ever didn't not have it. Never ever didn't not have a 4/3 on turn 2. Is it Cluestone? Sure. Sure thingarino. Yeah, we're going to bash on in for 2. And if they block, we're going to pump it. And if they don't, we're going to Opal Champion. Cool. Let's drop ourselves an Opal Champion and get off to the races a little bit here. What you got? Nothing? Cool. You have a 4/1 Undying. My 3/3 laughs at it. BT dubs. BT dubs. Well. Do we just jam a Dark Favor on the Opal Champion? They're down to 2 cards in hand. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. That is precisely what we do. Now, presumably they're going to just block with their Nearheath Stalker, but that's fine by me. My Festering Goblin will eat it next turn should they dare attack. Bash on in for 6. Takes it. Brave. Very brave. What do we got next turn? We got 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 10 coming at them next turn if we were to Blinding Beam them and pump Shade one time. Can also jam a Knightly Valor on the Nantuko Shade. Please don't kill my Opal Champion. Pirate's Pillage, you do whatever you want. Soul of Magma. Okay. Oh, opponent's going deep. At the beginning of each player's end step, that player draws a card. If the player is your opponent and has 4 or more cards, we win! Okay. 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 Back in? We got there. I don't know what our opponent's doing. This is a less decent starting hand, but it's still not awful. I'll keep it. I don't think we play this Barren Moor. I think we're just going to... oh yeah, we drew another Swamp. We super don't keep the Barren Moor. We're just going to cycle it this turn. Don't play it unless you gotta. And we don't gotta. 2/3. Attacks every combat. Regenerate. Rude. Cycle away. Don't be a land. Just don't do it. Just don't be a land. I don't need any more. Opponent. Hello? Do I need to explain to you what cycling does? It just lets me draw a card. It's no biggie. I just want to do it. Please. Please. I need to cast my 1/1 that's not going to do anything. And then cast a Mind Rot that's not going to... Hello! Ooh, hello. So we need to find a mountain someday. Someday. Oh, we curve Elenda into Knightly Valor. Yes. A 1/1. And they get to go get a goblin. How frightening is this goblin going to be? What would be like the worst? It's not bad. The worst would have been like if they grabbed a Legion War Boss or something. Yikes. That would have been bad times. So we're probably just going to Mind Rot, which doesn't feel great on 5, but it feels better than 7 the last few times we did it. Also, opponent has appeared to have mulliganed into a mono red aggro deck. All their blue shenanigans have disappeared. Okay, yeah, that is what we gonna do. We're not blocking. And although it's a pain to not get the counter on Elenda here, I'm just gonna offer... maybe we block the 1/1. No, I'm not gonna offer the trade here. Let's just Mind Rot him. This is my graveyard only, right? Yes, 'tis only my graveyard. Mind Rot him, get rid of a mountain and an Ishi Aki crack shot. 2 mana 1/1. whenever an opponent casts a spirit or arcane spell, so no, we do have one accursed spirit, deals 2 damage to me. They got themselves a 2/2 Mountain Walk. And they threw away the mountain they needed to cast their battle rattle? Opponent, what you doing? You doing weird stuff. You doing the weird stuff. Let's drop ourselves a Alenda. Past that turn, we're going to jam Knightly Valor on our next turn. Tis what we're going to do. Blade Main Baku. 1/1. Whenever they cast a spirit or arcane spell, put a key counter on it. Remove X key counters. It gets +2/+0. Okay. Still don't 100% follow. Ooh, we found it. We did found it. Yes, we're going to jam that on Alenda. We are not going to attack with her because she would die, but hey, she blocks this Deathbellow Raider now. So they've got 4 cards in hand. We know that 1 is a Battle Rattle, 1's a Clue Stone, and presumably we just get to eat this Deathbellow Raider here and gain 3 life, go back up to 17. Seems fine by me. Om nom 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 nom. Get ourselves a counter. She becomes a 4/4 and attacks in quite a bit better. Blind Zealot has Intimidate and will be able to get through. So we are going to come on in with our Knight. They have a Battle Rattle Shaman. We could come in with her. We'd get 4 if we stacked. That's tempting. That's tempting, but I'm just going to come in with the Knight. Take him down to 18. Drop the Blind Zealot. And for 2. And for 2. Oofa doofa. We get to bring the Blind Zealot back. oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. Brings a tear to my eye. Let's drop the Blind Zealot past the turn. So Blind Zealot gets to come in and eat probably just the Spelunkers, or I guess Battle Rattle Shaman. They're finally gonna play it. Oh, I just gave them an unblockable creature by playing that mountain, eh? Pirate's Pillage. You do you, opponent. You do you. So they still have that Battle Rattle Shaman just sitting in there. They don't come in with their unblockable 2/2. So we are going to come on in for 4, 2 of which they can't block. We're going to kill the Spelunkers. Alenda's going to become a 6/6. Seems good. Seems good. Okay. I get to kill your team, you say. I will gladly kill your team. Kill both of those. Kill the Spelunkers. Alenda becomes infinitely large. She becomes a 9/9. We could make her a 10/10 and bring back Blind Zealot. Yikes. Yikes. Oofa doofa, I think is the technical term. Battle Rattle. You got it. We win! We're 1-1. We're 1-1. Which means we've already got ourselves 40 play points. I really, really, really like the prize structure on Phantom Drafts. 100% like it. It works out really well. So here we are, match 3, hoping to go 2-1 and get our entire entry fee back. Or if not, we still get almost 50% of it back. Not a great opener. Gonna have to hope to not flood here. Gonna have to hope to not flood. If you like these, I'm hoping to do at least one more video of them, as well as stream them. I don't know when. I was going to yesterday, ran out of time. Was gonna today. super have run out of time. I still desperately need to find time today. But perhaps next week I will be on stream over at twitch.tv/TheManaLeek playing Chaos Drafts, because they're super fun. And like I said, if you know how to get extra days in a week, you let me know, because I need them. I really need them. 2/3. Red, white, teal, 2 damage target attacking or blocking creature. Cool. You don't have red or white, so I'm pretty okay with that. BT dubs. We're going to get on in, or sorry, not get on in. We're going to play an Opal Champion. We're going to play an Unblockable, a Cursed Spirit, because presumably they're playing Naya, if they're playing a creature that requires red-white for activation. And we're going to see how we do. Currently, we're being relatively successful on not flooding out. Opponent's going to attack me. That's fine. I will take 2. I will start this race. Opponent is doing something. I'm going to take 4 and they're going to draw a card. Methinks they need a land. Methinks they need a land. They found one. They're still mono green, which is fine by me, I suppose. I am going to come on in for 1. And then we're going to drop ourselves ye old 3/2. Boy, she's really not good, eh? Or he, Auntie's snitch. Can't tell. A 3/1 that can't block. It's just a 3/1 that can't block for 3. She's really not good. She comes back, which is cool if we have a lot of goblins, but we don't. We don't. Gonna give me a 3/3 here? Yeah, you're gonna give me a 3/3. Unfortunately, you've got yourself a 1/5. Leo Tau. I feel like a Leo Tau should be like, oh, come on. Out of nowhere, the artifact creature to block my Intimidate. Just out of nowhere. Okay. Okay, we're gonna rage a little bit here. Don't mind me, just raging. Getting a Plange, you say. We're going to come on in, and we're going to come on in, and come on in. No, we're going to hold you back. We're going to come on in. Make it a 3/3. Yeah, we're going to come on in like this. You're going to block there. I said you're going to block there. Please block there. Please? Fine. You know what? A 1/5 actually stops our plans way too much. We're going to have to sack the Rager and sack the Spirit. Because a 1/5 just stonewalls us. Real bad, like. What are you? You're just a creature knight? Okay. And you're a vampire? Classless vampire, eh? No more lands. No more lands. Monstrous Growth. Our opponent is very much like mediocre pump spells. Can I just take 8, go to 5? I think so. Two. Okay. So they really wanted that revolt trigger, I guess. More stuff. Wild Dogs. 2/1. At the beginning of your upkeep, if a player has more life than each other player, the player with the most life gains control. The player with the most life gets Wild Dogs. Got it. So that's very not me. And we've got our awesome creature that can't block. I guess we have to Dark Favor our 3/3 so that it can block really well. And then play Anti-Snitch. Play a land. And lose? Probably? Boy. Mediocre pump spells. Got us. Luck of the Draw artifact out of nowhere. That got us. Otherwise, they were going to take a whole lot of damage off that spirit. Coming in avec the team. Well, we need to eat your... Or are we just dead? We're just dead. Yeah, we're just dead. Whoops, just dead. Man, Anti-Snitch is awful. This card's real bad. It's got to come out. It's got to come out. Get out of there. You are bad. We're going to put in a Razortooth Rats because, again, unless they luck into that artifact, they can't block it. Not much else that I think I would bring in. So let's pop back in. Let's draw a little bit better. Let's not keep a 5-lander, was that? 5-lander, 2 real cards. We're going to play first. We don't get a 5-lander, we get a 2-lander, but with enough stuff to cast that I'm going to keep it and feel relatively okay about it. Drop that Swamp, pass the turn, and we're going to lead with probably the Bronze Sable. Uh-oh, they got a creature. Wild Dogs. Do you like dags? I'm pretty happy to trade a Bronze Sable with it. And then we get to go into a Razortooth Rats, which are going to be unblockable for the time being. Oh, you betcha. You betcha, blocks. Blocks for days. Use up your combat tricks here. This is literally just mono green combat trick, isn't it? Titanic Growth? What you got for me? Remedy? Okay. Sure. I can't say I think this deck is great that we're losing to, but I think we're going to lose to it. A Festering Goblin. Interesting. Sure makes me wish. Sure makes me wish that I had a swamp there instead of a plains. I will take 2 because I'm going to do 2 right back to them. And how is this worded exactly at the beginning of your upkeep? If a player has more life than each other player, so it's just the player that has the most life as long as it's more. Sure. 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 Opponent with the land drop and the go. Again, kind of wishing I had a second swamp here, not a second plains. But so be it. So be it. Drop ourselves a goblin. Pass the turn. I want the dogs. Give me the dogs. Well, let's get another combat trick out of them. Or lose the dogs. Lose the dogs? Cool. It's not a May ability? Oh my god. Oh boy. Remember when magic cards were good? Guys, remember when they were good? Remember when magic cards were super powerful? Guys, remember? We're going to drop a Bloodthrone Vampire. Not a May ability, my god. Oofa doofa. I will take 2. We need Elenda to show up. That's what we need. Give it +6/+6. No, not at instant speed. You're not giving it +6/+6. +3/+3, draw a card. It literally is combat trick deck. Man, I really do honestly feel like if we keep them off a creature, they just die. Ooh. Again, why can't we have our second swamp? 13, we go to 12, but we take them to 14. We go to 10 at a bare minimum. Yeah, we have to kind of try to race here a little bit. Got a bit too flooded game 1. Looks like we might get a little tiny bit screwed here game 2. It is turn 6 and we are on 4 lands. I honestly hope they have a pump here rather than a creature, because we are indeed racing. I will take 2. Just 2. Obstinate Baloth gain 4 life. Uh-oh. Renegade, sure. I think we need to Blinding Beam here. Well, there's the second swamp we've been looking for. We're going to play it because we kind of need that Blind Zealot down. And I think we have to Entwine here. So we get to keep them off creatures, maybe for a turn. And we get to get in for 8-ish? 10 perhaps? So we still only take them to 8. Not very good, not very good. I do believe we're going to lose this one. Variance is indeed a killer, so is building a bad deck. But let's blame variance. Don't think the deck was bad. I think the deck was very fair. And that's the beauty of Chaos drafts, is typically the decks that do well are just fair. There's not insane stuff going around. This is literally combat trick.deck. Man, if we just had removal, we should be able to punish it, eh? So we can drop a creature. What can we make her? We can make her a 6/4 by sacrificing a creature, which means she lives through blocking a 3/3, but then we take 5. Doesn't have trample, so we chump. We take 3. Alternatively, we get in for 4. We are not the aggressor here. Not the aggressor. Let's drop. What are you, a 2/2? Boy, I'm pretty sure we are gonna lose. We are gonna lose. But how? Destroy opponent's creatures and lands. Come on. Do it. Do it. Do it. It's literally combat trick.deck. It's a bunch in the air, sure, whatever. Holy moly, combat trick.deck took us down. We went 1 and 2, not a great showing, but still Chaos Draft is super fun. I highly recommend trying it. I'm going to hope to get at least 1 more video on the channel and at least 1 stream, if not a second stream. They will not be the normal Wednesday streams, those are always Arena. My prediction is watch out for next Thursday, we'll say. Maybe Monday. Make sure you're following at twitch.tv/ShamanAleek. Click the little thing so you get notifications and you'll be certain to know when I'm on. As always, you can find me over on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Twitch. Patreon.com/ShamanAleek helps this channel going. And if you want to go to InkedGaming.com and get anything there, you can use the promo code MANALEEK10, all one word, 10 is the number to get 10% off your order and directly help out the channel. If you like the content, click the thumbs up button. Click subscribe if you want to see more. And if you do have any questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, see y'all next time.